Alright, so we're back with another video with Drako's World. Now we're gonna see if we can get some of these characters at the end, some of these guys. And we're gonna get Mozai, a young preteen kid from the Tiger Province that I drew. He's gonna eventually join our main protagonist, Drake, to help him become stronger in his journey and joining the ranks of the gods. Potentially all these characters are trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a lot of things to get in their way along this journey. You know, bad guys trying to steal ancient artifacts, or people trying to steal him, thinking that he belongs to the property. It's gonna, the guy who found it, because both these guys were found as eggs. They get separated. One's raised by a good guy and one's raised by a bad guy. Both have draconian blood in them, so they tend to stand out amongst everybody else with power. The Dragons are one of the most oldest races in this universe. Them and another race that I'm not gonna talk about right now, but these are the two main guys. Drake is our main character. Will eventually save us from everybody. This guy right there. So let's get Mozai going. Let's see. Mozai is about this tall. And I might not be able to fit all these characters on this paper. I'm not gonna lie. While I'm looking at it, I got 4 more. I might be able to. I could do it. So to make them like less appealing, because it's not really about side characters. It's always about your main character, like Drake. Drake, our main character, you know. So, but people love side characters, you know, as long as they're helping your main character get strong. So, we got Mozai down here. Let me see if I can just, because his gi is a little bit different. I tried to make him put a little twist in everybody so it can look like they have a custom, from like customary wear from each of their lands they come from. So Mozai will be from the Tiger Province, which would be on Earth, not the underworld. This will be considered an Earthling right here, a mortal Earthling or whatever. But like I said, he just so happens to look human. There's people in his race that actually don't look human. They look more on what you could say, tiger side. Draw him like that. A long sash, long that. One skinnier too in there. There we go. More, a little bit more. A little bit that. His pants is a little bit more fluffier at the bottom. You know. Yeah, let's keep it like that. More of a, give it kind of a samurai style. Fluffy at the bottom. Because his land is famous for swordsmanship anyway, so we're gonna do more of a kind of a fluffy bell bottom like tight pants. Give his appearance a little bit taller. Fluffy bell bottom. Boom. And they actually look a little, yeah, actually they're a little bit too tall. He ain't that too fluffy. I'm gonna give him a little bit fluffy at the bottom, like more like that. There we go. There we go. Boom. Boom. Let's go Mozai. Mozai is the son of Mozart, King Mozart of the Dragon Province, who eventually loses a battle to his rival, causes him to like basically go on this journey, becoming stronger, meets Drake, you know. So he goes on this redemption story of trying to, you know, be like his father, become a king. Because as of right now, he's not in his own kingdom. He's living with these guys. While his rival is literally like his father's pupil. You know, because in his land where you come from, it doesn't really matter if you're the son of the king. It depends on how powerful you are to become a king. But the king is not the actual ruler of the land. The king is the protector of his homeland. And I describe, like I got all those wrote out actually. Describing like each homeland's traditions, an example of what their military might look like if they have a military or navy or air force, and then you will see how some like tends to some of these nations would like tend to lead more towards nature. Some might lean towards more technology. You might see a mixture in technology and nature. Some like modern technology, some more older. You know, I'll paint it like twisted up with a little bit of all of that, you know. You can see examples in that. Like his kingdom is more, you could say, medieval time type technology. Nature's elemental. They use animals and stuff like that to ride on, and they got catapults, ships. Not too much, like, you know, not too much. I guess you could say this is in this world. Universe called technology, so it's more about elements versus technology. And you have this guy who's more trying to create balance. It's another task that he's going. Like this guy, all he wants to do is become powerful, join the ranks of the gods, you know, and help. But he's going to be. It's going to be so many tasks along the way that's going to try to stop him. Stop him from getting there, basically. Not stop him from getting there, but try to attempt to stop him from getting there. You know, such as what we just talked about. You know, these guys' problems. Helping him become stronger, and you know his heart. He has a heart. He's a very heartful person, so he's going to help him get back stronger. He become leader, eventually gaining allies and all across the land. You know, to eventually potentially lead the Earth against the Demon King invasion, which this is based a post. Well, actually, yeah, this is a post time from a Demon King invasion. This land was just ran by the Demon Kings. So they're basically about 100 years ago, about 100, 200 years ago, the Demon Kings ruled these lands, and they were banished. And ever since then, like some kingdoms have been nervous, you know, but the gods who fought against the Demon Kings set up these tournaments so to basically strengthen the ranks of the heavens in case they would ever return. To have more people to help fight against the Demon Kings, because the Demon Kings have this golden armor that was like that could kill a god, basically. You know, because the Demon Kings are born from a keeper, and they're like a hybrid race of people that became known as, like, I guess you consider Titan class beings. The Demon King, the Ancient Ones. That's another name for them, the Ancient Ones. Led by Tyran. It was 5 brothers led by Tyran, the tyrant. Basically, each one ruled a different part of the continent. But let's get back to Mosai. Mosai, let's get your legs. Pretty simple guy, you know, kid or whatever. Let's get your famous tiger stripes. Or we can go this way this time. Boom. Got 3 of them. We're gonna keep 3. Famous tiger stripes. Keep that, because we're eventually gonna color that orange. Put that in. Got his red pants. Red. Let's get the face. Boom. Happy-go-lucky kid, which is rare amongst his kingdom, you know. The tigers kind of a little bit more serious in the land of Felonia. Felonia is like a continent of different, what you could say, feline species. The most prominent kingdom out of Follonia is the Tiger Province, which is where this kid comes from. Alright, so this guy, fix his ears, go over his head a little bit, get his famous long ponytail. Boom. Draw right there. And there we go. Oh, what? Yeah, there we go. Boom. And we have Mozart. Not too much, not too little.